FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10, Things You Should Know About the CAD Suites of the Florida Department of Transportation. This webinar covers some important topics that you should know before installing the FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10 workspaces. For the links shown in this video, please download the PDF of this presentation. The Florida Department of Transportation currently has two workspaces or software suites for Bentley's Connect Edition CAD applications such as Open Roads Designer and MicroStation Connect Edition. These workspaces are FDOTConnect 1009-0201 and FDOTConnect 1010 or 1010-0100, although the version numbers of these workspaces update quarterly and a new maintenance release may be available by the time that you're viewing this webinar. See the FDOT CAD Office website for more information on the most recent versions. The link to our current supported software page is shown here. FDOTConnect 1009-0201 is certified for Bentley 1009 applications. FDOTConnect 1010 or 1010-0100 is certified for use with Bentley 1010 applications. Both of these platforms and workspaces can coexist side by side on the same machine. Due to significant enhancements and defect fixes in the 1010 series of Bentley Connect Edition applications, the Florida Department of Transportation is sunsetting our support for the FDOTConnect 1009 in favor of moving forward to FDOTConnect 1010. The best resource for installation of FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect 1010 are their respective installation guides. These guides are located at the top of the download pages for each of these software suites. The FDOTConnect 1010 installation guide also includes installation steps for a side-by-side installation. Please read these documents thoroughly before installing. If all steps are followed as outlined in the installation guide, no further configuration changes will be needed to successfully launch the software. The FDOTConnect 1010 installation guide also includes a quick start installation guide on page 3. This list of steps provides a quick overview of the installation process so that you can best plan your deployment of the software. Shown here are the steps to install a standalone workstation. First, install Open Roads Designer or any other certified Connect Edition application. Be sure to right-click on the exe installer file and select Run as Administrator to ensure a complete successful installation of the software. On the first screen of the installer before doing anything else, select Configure and step through the configuration dialogues to specify the custom configuration location. This location is where the FDOT software will be installed in the next step. Finally, install the FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect 1010 workspace. Be sure to set your desired worksets location during the installation. This step is a critical part of the installation. The steps for a client-server installation are similar. First, install the FDOTConnect 1010 software on the server. Then install Open Roads Designer or any other certified Connect Edition application on your local client machine. Be sure during the installation process to select Configure and set the location of the custom configuration to the location on the server where you installed the FDOTConnect 1010 server software. Finally, install the FDOTConnect 1010 client software on the local client machine, being sure to set the desired location of the worksets folder during the installation. The FDOTConnect installers have certain values set by default, such as installation location and worksets location. These values can absolutely be modified to your preferences during the installation. If you take the default values, client and workstation installations will be installed to C FDOTConnect 1010 on your local hard drive, and the worksets folder will be set to C worksets. If you would like the worksets folder to be in a location other than C worksets, it is best to specify this correctly during installation rather than try to fix it afterwards. It is important to take note of the installation location of the FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect 1010 folder. The two most important reasons are that this location is also the custom configuration location that you must specify during the installation of Open Roads Designer or other Connect Edition applications. This folder also functions as a location for additional custom configurations or workspaces if multiple workspaces and standards are used, such as another state DOT's workspace, which could be installed to the same location. This will be explained further later on. Setting the custom configuration location during the installation of OpenRoads Designer and other Connect Edition applications means that the FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect10.10 folder actually functions as the custom location for additional workspaces such as those from other DOTs. The FDOT workspace and resources exist 2 folders deeper in the FDOT subfolder of the organization's civil folder. Theoretically, installing additional workspaces at the FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect10.10 level would allow access to these workspaces in the Workspace Selection drop-down of the Backstage. The screen cap in this slide shows an installation of FDOTConnect10.10 with another state DOT and other state DOT workspaces also installed at the same level. Another option for installing FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10 along with other workspaces is to have a single custom configuration location. During installation of FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect10.10, you would change the installation location of the FDOT software to the Custom Configuration folder instead of the default FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect10.10 folder. This will install the FDOT software into the FDOT subfolder of the organization's civil folder. The screen cap in this slide shows a single Custom Configurations folder on the local drive into which the FDOT software and the software of 2 additional DOTs have been installed. Following the steps outlined in the installation guide will result in a fully configured installation of FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect10.10. However, it is common to miss some critical steps during installation, and you may find that the FDOT workspace does not appear in the Backstage if the custom configuration location was not set during installation. To remedy this, simply launch Workspace Doctor from the FDOTConnect10.10 desktop folder and select Reset Config. This automatically reads the location of FDOTConnect10.10 and writes the location to the custom configuration location variable in the configuration file. There is no need to do any further manual configuration to resolve the issue. All FDOT projects should reside in the FDOT subfolder of the Worksets folder along with their corresponding CFG and DGNWS files. The Worksets location is set during the installation of FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10. FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10 can have separate locations for their workset folders if it is important to keep 1009 and 1010 projects separated from each other. The Worksets folder can be located on the local drive or on a server regardless of whether you have a standalone workstation installation or a client-server configuration. The default location of the Worksets folder is C Worksets. However, this can be easily changed during the installation of FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10. The Worksets folder is also home to the Zero Workset template. This is the project template from which all FDOT projects must be created. As you can see, in this screen cap, the FPID folders reside in the FDOT subfolder of the Worksets folder along with their corresponding CFG and DGNWS files. This structure is critical and allows OpenRoads Designer to locate and manage your worksets. It is theoretically possible to change the location of the Worksets folder after installation, but it is not recommended. It is recommended to set the location of the worksets correctly during the initial installation of FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10. The best way to correct an incorrect worksets location is to uninstall and reinstall FDOTConnect or FDOTConnect10.10. This process takes about the same amount of time as manually changing the worksets location and provides more reliable results. FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10 create launch icons for the certified versions of Connect Edition applications. These shortcut icons pass important configuration parameters to the application to fully load the FDOT resources and tools. It is critical that these applications be installed before installing FDOTConnect and FDOTConnect10.10. If, for example, you have installed OpenRoads Designer and FDOTConnect10.10, and now you need to install OpenBridge Modeler, you must uninstall FDOTConnect10.10, then install OpenBridge Modeler, and finally reinstall FDOTConnect10.10 so that a launch icon for OpenBridge Modeler is created by the installation of FDOTConnect10.10.